Alright guys, and welcome back to Yo's Build. So, since the last video, it's been a few days. The control arms came in, I put them on the car. I also had to switch out the driver axle because it got destroyed. Of course, when the ball joint broke or fell apart, the control arm fell apart. Another thing I did was I went and purchased a Ej2, which is a EX car, VTEC car. That had a perfectly clean interior that had no motor in it, and I have slowly but surely been transferring everything from the Ej2 to my Ej2, and as you guys can tell, we have a full interior now. We're not in a completely stripped out, gutted EG anymore. I do still need to transfer the door panels. I got a new passenger door. I got a new driver fender. What else have I changed? Oh, I changed the whole carpet. We have a center console. We have everything actually attached. We have this. I'm gonna, of course, put a radio in this thing. But the door panels and everything on the other car are power windows. So I'm pretty undecided on what I want to do with that part. I'm pretty sure I can just take this centerpiece out of the door panel. But if I don't, I might just swap everything over and then just put the holes for the roll-up windows into the other door panels. If not, I'll just steal all the little trim pieces and make these door panels nice, because literally all it's missing is that trim piece and this trim piece, which I'm pretty sure I can take out of the other door panel. So we will have a complete, we even have kick panels now. Oh, I even took the side skirts off the car. Let me see what else we can see that I changed. The trunk has changed. The other trunk was crashed right here, and this was all caved in. We do have a new OEM bumper. It's been sitting outside, but it's in nice condition. So we have no dents in the back of the car. We have a new bumper. The quarter panels in this car are actually good besides the rust repair. The roof is so-so. There's a few dents here and there, which we can't really cut and replace this unless we want to do major work. The driver door is in pretty good condition. This is the fender I picked up. It is a CX hatch fender, so it doesn't have trim right here, which I'm not really liking that. I want to get a different fender. I did pick this one up just because it wasn't dented and crashed. Another thing you'll notice is the car actually has inner fender wells now, so there won't be no dirt and water going up into the door area of the car. The purple hood, the red fender, the bumper is nicely attached, body lines are nice, inner fender well on this side. This door right here is a big old dent right there. So, and then we have this big dent right here, but other than that, the door is not too bad. But I found this door right here in perfectly clean condition with no scratches and clean paint for 20 bucks. So I picked it up. You might as well swap it. When I got this car, the key for the passenger door doesn't work anyways. This is, I believe, just somebody swapped out the handle. But yeah, the interior looks nice. It still runs and drives. I actually pulled off the rear exhaust because it was hitting the bumper and I didn't want to melt a hole in our new bumper. But let me get this thing up in the air and I'll show you the new suspension. So now with the car up in the air and the front tires off, you guys can see new bushings, new control arms. Everything is literally as solid as it can be. These arms are actually for a EX model where it has a sway bar hole, whereas this car is a DX, so it comes with no sway bar from the factory. Another thing that happened, or might have not happened because of the control arm breaking, is the the brakes started acting weird. As soon as you would roll the car, it seemed to kind of stop itself. And as I was said in an earlier video, these rotors look new, but I put lug nuts on here, and if I turn this, you can see that the brake rotor actually moves in and out. I did a video on it. I posted it on Facebook, but this rotor is actually warped pretty bad. So this caliper is actually new, but this caliper over here, while I was trying to bleed it, this must be the OEM caliber, because the bleeder screw, I soaked it with WD-40 for 2 or 3 days, tried to break it loose, and literally it just snapped the top off of it. So I ordered a new rotor, a new caliper. I ordered a new set of rotors. I've ordered a set of stainless steel brake lines to replace the factory lines, which look like they've been on there for forever. Traction bar is fantastic. Another thing I fixed off of camera was this bolt right here. Whoever owned this car before, the transmission bolt right here for the clip, they basically rounded it off. So I just put a little RTV on it so it doesn't leak anymore. As you can see, there's no leaks on the floor now. And as I was mentioning earlier, this axle got completely destroyed and threw fluid all over, or grease all over. Here is what it looked like. They had zip tied a bunch of them because I guess the boot was already broken, and I just shoved it back together so I could drive it home. But the axle, completely garbage. This one looks like it's been replaced. It actually has decently new CV covers on it. This one I stole from the GSR swap, but it was all clean now. You can see the radials were touching right here, and right here a little bit on our new inner fender wells. But yeah, we're getting good progress on this car. I just want to make sure that we have everything 100% ironed out before we get to swapping in the GSR. The last thing I want is to have suspension or brake problems when we have a GSR with boost in our EG or EJ2. But now that we've pretty much got up to date on this, let's go outside and look at our car we bought. So another thing I removed was the back section of the exhaust, which I might have just mentioned a little earlier. It was actually about right here in the bumper, and it was not allowing me to put the bumper on all the way. If you guys paid attention in the welding video, I did weld the clips back on to here so that the bumper would be held on an OEM location. And I don't know if I talked about the tie bar, but I installed a tie bar, all new bolts right here. So there's no more rusty OEM suspension bolts. And then down here is the EJ2 that I picked up. Got this car for a pretty good deal. It was a friend of mine with the turbo Tiburon. And this was like his play car. As you can see, the floors are mint. Door panels are mint. Dashes, well, what's left of the dash is mint because I stripped everything out of here. If you guys need any EG parts, I have like 2 sets of headlights, I think a complete set of taillights, all the body panels all the interior panels. I'm going to be stealing the door panels because they have the tweeters in them, so I'll probably put them back into the EJ2. But we can open the hood. There's a single cam with a hole in the block. Not really much else to say. As you can tell, this is where that hood came from. There's the old hood off of this car. I stole all the windshield trim off of this because my car was missing it. But we might save this for a later on project to build something with. But yeah, this is basically another parts car that we are going to get rid of. Maybe save it, who knows. But the chassis on this car is actually pretty clean, so I kind of don't want to throw it away for no reason. The only thing I don't like about this car, which when I first looked at it, I don't really pay attention, which I don't really mind. But whoever owned it before had bondoed all of the molding in. So on this side over here, I wanted to see if it was like actually plated or bondoed, and it is complete bondo. The door hit it right here, and then I used a screwdriver and chipped it off just to see. But I could, you know, sand all this down and paint the car back to its original green color that this car was. This car was originally the same green, as you can tell here in the engine bay. That's the OEM color. But yeah, I've stole the windshield cowl. I was taking a bunch of parts off of this thing already to make my car better. The hood latch, this is the bumper. Yeah, I've taken a lot of stuff, but when I got this car, it was completely torn apart as well. So I've put headlights, taillights, and everything back on it just so it looks like a complete car. And yeah, this is the parts car. So if you need any EG interior parts from the DX, I might have some for you. Just let me know down in the comments below, and hopefully we can take 2 EGs or EJs and turn them into one. This is actually where I got all the inner fenders from as well. As you can tell, the front of them were already kind of damaged, so I just did a nice cut right here and did this so I can actually still get to the bumper bolts. And this is where the OEM washer tray would go, or windshield wiper sprayer would go, which got removed anyways. But yeah, that is the update on the EJ2 and now the EJ1. Like I said, just as a parts car, didn't buy this thing to build it or anything, but might not throw it away because of how clean the underside of it is. So hope you guys enjoyed. I know I haven't posted in a couple of days because I've been working on this and that and getting this car and trying to find more parts for this, and then running into the issues with the calipers and the rotors being warped, and then of course the axle breaking. So everything is ordered. It's supposedly shipped already, so I would say a couple more days I can get all the parts I need for this. And then once we get this running, we are going to, or once we get this 100% safe, we are going to finish the exhaust on it, and then this will be a, you know, good running, daily drivable car. We'll probably do some paint and body on it, and then we'll bring back La Vaca so we can get it running as well.